Hello, my name's Giselle, and today we are going to be talking about digital literacies. So, to begin, let's look at some of the stats. This chart shows information that I gathered from 10 people. So, of the 10 people, about 30, only 30% knew what the term digital literacy was, and the other 70% either didn't know what it was or kind of have an idea but didn't really know. So, based on this, we can make an assumption that there is a knowledge gap that needs to be filled before we're able to go any further in teaching people or the people that I surveyed about digital literacies, going more in depth. So we have to start off with the basics. So today the lesson goal is to be able to define the term digital literacy along with the 6 literacies by being taught the definition and shown examples of the literacies with this PowerPoint so they'll be able to understand how literacies play a role in our lives and where they have room for improvement. So some ABDC objectives is that after completing this lesson, learners will be able to define digital literacy in their own words, name the 6 digital literacies after being shown examples, and identify them on the quiz, and then understand what their strengths and weaknesses are in digital literacies after being shown the lesson, and be able to set a goal for what they plan to improve on and how. Okay, so let's start off with a definition. So Cornell University says that digital literacy is the ability to find, evaluate, utilize, share, and create content using information technologies and the internet, which honestly is what we do every day. Just, again, everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, but we all have some form of digital literacy. So there are 6 kinds of digital literacies that we'll be looking at, and I'm going to show them in pairs and either show an example via a picture or a video, and I will give the formal definition, and I will provide the link to the webpage that has the definition towards the end of the slide. So let's start off with the first 2 literacies are media and technology. So let's see the example for media.
There is no doubt that people, children especially, learn from all the media that they see, hear, and experience. And we are surrounded by media. TV, apps, websites, video games, magazines, news sites, signs, digital billboards, packaging, radio, social media, and all kinds of advertising. The average kindergartner sees about 70 media messages every day. By the time they're in high school, teens are spending more than 1/3 of their day using media. Few of us fully understand how the media we interact with affects us and our society. So how do we sort through the noise? The key is media literacy. Media literacy is a set of skills that helps people, not just youth, analyze the content of media messages that they receive and that they send. To apply media literacy skills, we can ask 5 key questions. Who created this message?
Diets are hard, but senses as easy as shake, eat, and lose weight.
What creative techniques are used to attract my attention?
Users lost an average of 30.5 pounds with Sensa.
Consumers were casually urged to shake their Sensa and lose 30, 40, 90 pounds or more without dieting or exercise. Each of these cases resulted in a settlement with the FTC. The companies were ordered to pay consumer redress and to back any future weight loss claims with well-conducted human clinical studies. Some of them have lost no weight, and they've had these medical improvements, and they've had these life improvements, these life freedom improvements, without losing weight.
And why is this message being sent?
Okay, so I think we'll get the gist of it. So basically, media literacy is being able to understand how the mass media and things like Twitter and advertising and all those things, the purposes for them, and being able to distinguish art and meaning from these kinds of things, and how media can be used to communicate our own ideas effectively. Now moving on to technology. So technology, kind of think of your typical movie tech genius. So being able to write computer code, being able to create film, using computers and tech, to create things such as movies and codes and programs. Think of that for technology. And now we have information and visual. So information literacy is being able to assess information that is needed and being able to find it online. So basically kind of think of the FBI in a way. So they're constantly looking for information, looking for leads. Think of it as on the way along those lines, being able to critically think about sources and having content is really important. So think of information as like gathering, like doing research. And now visual. So I'll give the definition quick before I show you the video. Visual is like being able to understand and produce visual messages, through objects or actions or symbols. It's important to both learning and communication in today's world. So now I'll show you the little video as an example. So I don't want you guys to get confused. So again, the main message from this video is the visuals, how visuals were important in communicating. So now we have communication and social, which at first could seem like they're the same thing, but they are actually different. So communication is more about networking and being able to share knowledge effectively. So think of that more of communication on the networking side, talking to others effectively, sharing knowledge, stuff like that. And then social, think of social as being able to effectively communicate with others. So think of emotional intelligence. So being able to empathize and sympathize with others, having really that humane side to you when you're communicating with others. So think of that as really being able to fully participate in digital society and how that has to do with the media. And so I know what you're thinking, why does this all matter today? So here's a quick video on how digital literacy is present today and why it is important. Oops, sorry about that.
Digital literacy is a term you may have heard more and more about over the past few years, but what does it mean and why is it important? We increasingly communicate and access information through a variety of digital environments. Our workplaces, social lives and educational settings all require some form of competence in digital literacy. Digital literacy isn't just about knowing how to use technology, it's about navigating and communicating through different digital environments. You need a certain level of digital literacy to turn a computer on, for example, but require different skills to locate and complete an online job application. The extent in which you participate in different aspects of the digital world is often shaped by your personal need for the information
and the opportunities that it provides. Some people rely on social media sites to keep up to date with their friends and arrange their social calendars, whereas others don't engage with it at all. However, there are some areas where having the appropriate skills are extremely important to succeed in the modern world. 90% of new graduate jobs require high-level information and communication technology or ICT skills. The jobs market is very competitive and changeable, and having the right digital literacy skills is essential to employability. This directly impacts the world of education. Students need to have digital literacy skills alongside their qualifications to help them become employable when they graduate. There are also so many new ways to learn. As well as searching through physical texts, you can now access information and research instantly via the web. Video, audio and images can be used for teaching and for student assignments. Assessed work is increasingly submitted electronically and feedback given online. Communicating and collaborating on content can be facilitated through a variety of online platforms. With all these new opportunities come new requirements and responsibilities for everybody. We need to understand how to evaluate and look at the authenticity and validity of the wealth of information available to us. There are aspects of being safe online, understanding our online identity, and being aware of the etiquette of online communication. Digital literacy skills will get more necessary as technology develops, particularly as cultures, languages, and different modes of communication overlap and intersect. We all need to be prepared to understand and embrace this new digital landscape and be confident and competent in guiding our future generations through it.
Okay, so after having looked at that video and, learned a little bit about the 6 literacies, let's take some time to reflect. So how are the literacies present in your life? Think about work, school, personal life. It can be anywhere, not just work. Now think, what is your strength? What are you good at? Are you amazing at communicating with people? Are you amazing at creating YouTube videos? Are you really good at doing research and finding information? Now, what's your weakness? Do you struggle with, really effectively socializing with people? Do you struggle with, learning code? Would you like to learn code? So after thinking about that for a little bit, identify your strength and your weakness, and with your weakness, be active, do something about it. The internet is your best friend. There are video tutorials and information about all the literacies, so make a goal to learn a new skill, and it could have great benefits. Let's say you up your communication and social digital literacies, then it could probably benefit you very well at work. You could get a promotion, you could get a raise. People are going to be like, wow, you're really increasing your work performance. Think about all the benefits. We always have times and opportunities to learn, so it's good to take advantage of them. And lastly, let's test what you learned. So if you click on the PowerPoint, you will see 2 hyperlinks, one to a quiz and one to a survey. Quiz will be about what you learned to see if the PowerPoint was effective or not. And the survey will be more about, did you enjoy the lesson? Was it effective? So each one will take less than 2 minutes, really quick. So if you could take the time to do that, that'd be great. And thank you very much for listening to this lesson. And again, here are the links. The digital literacies, all the definitions, a more in-depth explanation is in the first one here. And the definition that I got from Cornell University is right here. So thank you very much again, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson.